Chairman Inhofe, Ranking Member Reed, distinguished members of the committee, thank you for the opportunity to join Secretary Esper here today. It's my distinct honor and privilege to represent the almost 3 million soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, Coast Guardsmen, and civilians of the United States Armed Forces, the best trained, best equipped, and best led military force in the world, and it would not be possible without your continued support. This budget is a strategy-driven budget. It is driven by the NDS, which you are fully aware of, and I fully support. We stand ready and capable to deter war, defend our homeland from attack, support our allies, and if deterrence fails, we are fully capable today to fight and win our nation's wars against any potential adversary anywhere on the Earth's surface at any time. But our competitive advantage has eroded, and no one should have any doubt about that. China and Russia are increasing their military capabilities to outmatch the United States and its allies in order to exert their global influence, and China's objective is to do that by mid-century. North Korea, Iran, and violent extremist organizations fuel regional instability and pose direct threats to partner nations and U.S. citizens. And while the nature of war is constant, advanced technologies have stressed our industrial age capabilities, concepts, and processes, and the changing character of war is happening in a very, very fundamental way. Additionally, we are recovering from readiness shortfalls and modernization deferments from 20 years of continuous warfare and a decade of fiscal instability. This year's budget builds on previous readiness and modernization gains, and I believe the FY21 budget submission is the best allocation of resource in a balanced way to support the National Defense Strategy. It builds a more lethal force, it strengthens allies and partners, and it reforms the Department for greater performance and affordability. It also prioritizes, as the Secretary said, the Indo-Pacific region to deter Chinese aggression, maintain stability, and ensure access to common domains in order to preserve a free and open international system, for which my parents fought for in the Second World War. It continues in Europe to counter Russian aggression, and it will continue to allow the United States military, in concert with our allies and partners, to deter provocative North Korea and Iran from aggressive action in their regions. And all the while, it provides money to continue our counterterrorist operations in various parts of the world. In short, PB-21 supports a ready, agile, and capable joint force that can compete, deter, and win across all domains today and in the future, and it targets specific investments in readiness, modernization, leader development, support to our people and their families. It invests in our readiness recovery that was built over the last 3 years. With this committee's support, all the services are scheduled to meet their readiness recovery goals in this FYDP. It funds modernization for great power competition across all warfighting domains, and it improves the safety, security, and reliability of our very critical nuclear enterprise. It invests in and stands up the Space Force and increases resiliency, deterrence capability, and warfighting options in both space and cyberspace. It funds joint all-domain command and control to improve our interoperability across all the services and with our allies. And it invests in the advanced technologies that the Secretary mentioned to address the more complex threats and the faster pace as the character of war changes. This budget also invests in our most valuable asset. The most valuable asset of the United States military is our people. It also funds the facilities, infrastructure, family support, and quality of life programs in a balanced way. And it invests in education and talent management in order to develop our junior leaders with the values and intellectual agility to fight and win future conflicts. The lieutenants and ensigns of today will be the generals and admirals of tomorrow. Ultimately, our military needs sustained, predictable, adequate, and timely funding to retain its competitive advantage in this era of great power competition, with the understanding that we must be good stewards of the resources entrusted to us by the American people and by Congress. I want to thank this committee for your continued support to all of our military, and I look forward to answering your questions.